I think it's the same boat. Trying to figure out life and having to be a teacher or having to be a principal, to gain that extra responsibility is super hard, super difficult. A lot of parents that came to me, they just was like, I can't do it anymore. And they were starting to feel jealous. I mean, not jealous, guilty. They were starting to feel a lot of guilty because they couldn't help their kid in the way they needed to be helped, and their grades were dropping. And I know, especially in Mount Vernon, we're doing a lot of pass and fail. We're not really getting any grades. So it's just like, if your kid doesn't complete the work, you're failing. So it's like a huge disappointment for parents, especially when you work so hard to give your kid everything and now you can't be there, to help them out. So a lot, disappointment.
What are your thoughts when it comes to online learning, your personal thoughts?
Oh man.
Do you feel like your kids should be in school learning? Do they learn more in school? Like how do you feel about it?
I do not like virtual learning. I do not like virtual learning because they didn't, unfortunately, because of the time that they had, they didn't properly manage it correctly. So, they just pretty much gave the kids whatever they were supposed to do and made them kind of figure it out on their own. It wasn't a good idea. I do think kids need to be in a learning environment, to get that social relationship, personality, to learn their personalities, to know what they like and what they don't like. They need that structure. Kids need structure. Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a social structure different from the schools and how they're dealing with, let's say, for example, in Bronxville or Mamaroneck compared to Mount Vernon?
Oh, yes. Yes. Huge difference. Mount Vernon, we don't have any type of desk separations. We don't really have that many hand sanitizer stations. The kids they're separated, but I mean, they're not really separated. So, when I've read, because I read a lot of articles about this, to stay abreast of a lot of the situations that's going on. And there's classes in Rye where they're doing micro schooling and they're paid a teacher $10,000 each kid just to micro school. And I was like, why we can't, why we can't do something like that? Because at the end of the day, at least your kid is with one teacher, these 10 students, and that's not going to change for the rest of the year. So it's a huge difference. Yeah, I almost feel like we have to be force fed to do what the board says we have to do, unfortunately.